Welcome back, y'all. Welcome back. Today, I'm here to do my birthday book haul. Let's just get into it. Okay, so I recently celebrated a birthday, and I got some books here that I want to show that I got for my birthday. Let's just jump in. So Mara, I mentioned in one of my last videos, she sent me a Amazon gift card. And so with that, I got these two books. The first one is Butcher's Crossing by John Williams. Let me just read the synopsis. Let's see. With Butcher Crossing, his fiercely intelligent, beautifully written Western, Williams dismantles the myths of modern America. Okay, so what I know about this book is the main character. So Butcher's Crossing is like a town in Kansas, and the main character runs into another guy. They kind of form this friendship, and what they're doing is essentially like wrangling buffalo. Is it wrangling? They're doing something with buffalo. I did know that. Let's see. A man with tales of immense herds of buffalo ready for the taking. Hidden away in a beautiful valley deep in the Rockies, he convinces Andrews to join the expedition to track the animals down. Yeah. I don't know exactly what this is about, but I was excited with the little bit that I heard about it. And it's something that I've been wanting to read for a few years. So I felt like this was the perfect time to get it. Very excited about this. It's not too long. 274 pages. That's book one. Book two is, I told y'all I joined a book club where we are reading through the Booker Long List. And this book is on the Booker Long List. That's Universality by Natasha Brown. Let's see what this is about. I didn't really read what it was about because I knew, again, we were reading all the Booker Long List books. So let's see. Remember, words are your weapons. They're your tools. They're your currency. A twisty, slippery descent into the rhetoric of power. Late one night on a Yorkshire farm, in the midst of an illegal rave, a young man is nearly killed to death with a solid gold bar. An ambitious young journalist sets out to uncover the truth surrounding the attack, connecting the dots between the banker landlord, a newspaper colonist, and a radical anarchist movement that has taken up residence on the farm. She solves the mystery, but her viral expose raises more questions than it answers. Through this voyeuristic lens and with a simmering power, this book focuses on words, what we say, how we say them, and what they really mean. Sounds right up my alley. I'm interested to see if I like it. Based on what I just read, I like it. I've seen mixed reviews, but like, we'll see. We'll see. I'm excited. Next, did I get this? I got this at a used bookstore. I do the two that I got from a used bookstore first. First, I got Memorial Drive by Natasha Breathaway. A daughter's memoir. It won a Pulitzer Prize. I remember seeing this years ago, and I remember being interested in it, but I didn't get it. But I went to like a used local bookstore and got it here. So here it is. At the age of 19, Natasha had her world turned upside down when her former stepfather shot and killed her mother. Grieving and still new to adulthood, Natasha confronted the twin pools of life and death in the aftermath of unimaginable trauma and now investigates the way this experience lastly shaped the artist she became. I only want to read the beginning part, but I'm excited to see what this is about. I think she might be mixed. I can't quite remember. I feel like she is of mixed race. And so some of this book deals with like black and white issues, social issues. Obviously it deals with trauma and how that affects you into adulthood. So yeah, I'm excited to read this. Let's see. The author has 5 poetry collections as well as a book of creative nonfiction. That's kind of interesting. I'm gonna have to see what that is. Yeah. I see a Jimi Hendrix quote in here. Does every chapter start with a quote? Let's see. No, but yeah. Very interested in this. Y'all, this is going to be a quick video. I only got 3 books left. So we halfway through. This is another book I got at that local bookstore. That is Harper Lee, Go Set a Watchman. Okay. It says, every man's island, Jean Louise. Every man's watchman is his conscience. That's what's on the back of the book. What's this about? Let's see. 26-year-old Jean Louise Scout returns home from New York City to visit her aging father, Atticus. Set against the backdrop of the civil rights tension and political turmoil that was transforming the South, Jean Louise's homecoming turns bittersweet when she learns disturbing truths about her close-knit family, the town, and the people dearest to her. Memories from the childhood flood back, and her values and assumptions are thrown into doubt. Okay, featuring many of the iconic characters from To Kill a Mockingbird, this book perfectly captures a young woman and a world in a painful yet necessary transition out of the illusions of the past, a journey that can only be guided by one's own conscience. I got this because I plan to reread To Kill a Mockingbird soon, and I wanted to read this afterwards. And it was cheap. I think this was like $3, $4, $5. So yeah, that's why I got this. I'm going to reread To Kill a Mockingbird. I don't know if it'll be September or October, but soon. And then I want to read this as like a follow-up to it, because I've read To Kill a Mockingbird before, but I've never read this. So it's that. Thought somebody was outside. Two more, y'all. Two more. The next book also is on the book along list. So I got that. That is Flesh by David Saleh. Let's see what it's about. I like that cover though. Okay. Teenage Esteban lives with his mother in a quiet apartment complex in Hungary. Shy and new to town, he is a stranger to the social rituals practiced by his classmates and is soon isolated, drawn instead into a series of events that leave him forever a stranger to peers, his mother, and himself. That sounds interesting, because what are these events? In the years that follow, Esteban is borne along by the goodwill or self-interest of strangers. Y'all, I keep thinking I see somebody pulling up, and ain't nobody pulling up. Strangers, charting a rocky yet upward trajectory that lands him further from his childhood and the defining events that abruptly ended it. Okay. I'm excited. Actually, this sounds good, because now I'm like, he was isolated because he wasn't used to the societal norms to do something. He did something that further isolated him. What did you do? And then I'm looking at this like the forbidden fruit. Like, that's what I'm kind of looking at this thinking is like, you bit the apple in the Garden of Eden. Like, what's going on here? And it's called Flesh. So, like, what desire did you give into? Interested to see what this is about, y'all. Yeah, that sounds interesting. Last but not least is another memoir. So that makes two memoirs that I have here. And that's Kid Cudi's memoir. Somebody sent me this for my birthday. A friend who is not on social media, but sent me this for my birthday. You got a little Kid Cudi on the back. And I'm excited to read it. This is a new release. Seems to have quite a bit of pictures in here. Oh, him with his kid. Is this his kid? Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I'm excited to read this. I admittedly don't know anything about Kid Cudi outside of some songs. Like, I wouldn't even say I'm like a big fan. But I'm interested to read this because I know like he's hailed for having this super complex creativity. So I'm excited to see what this book holds. Yeah. Day and Night, Pursuit of Happiness, Mr. Rager. Yeah, his music gave voice to the unheard and hope to the unseen. But while he was ascending to cultural dominance, he was quietly unraveling. I want to see like some self-discovery in his book. I want to see some of his struggles that he dealt with, maybe how they were masked, because you see one thing publicly, but like what's going on behind the scenes. I want to see how he grew over the years, relationships that, that he grew, and new ones that dropped off the map. I'm interested to read this. I'm hoping that it has some substance here. I'm thinking it will, just based on like the way that Kid Cudi moves. So very interested to read this as well. And that's it, y'all. In and out, in and out. That's what I got. Very excited for this birthday haul. Very excited. All of these will be read this year. Honestly, within the next month or two, either in September or October. I can't call because I don't know when I'm gonna get to the Harper Lee. But yeah. But yeah, either in September or October, these will be read. If you're interested in hearing my review form, stick around. Consider coming back because I will be talking about these as I read them. Okay, see y'all on the next one.